Right, we're going to go with the original bearing. Just wash it, basically just clean it up, put it back together. Bearing goes on that way. Now if you want to support the bearing across that face there and try and press on it, you damage it because you'll be pressing on the rollers and the track. You've got to support it in the centre. So I've got that there. I can support on that. That'll go into there. Without a bit of thread, that'll go into there. Probably use that on there so it doesn't damage the point, and press that straight into there. It shouldn't be that tight. Wasn't that tight when it come off, but that's how we're going to press that together. Right, you can see what's set up in the press. There's no weight at all on the rollers or the roller support track. Right, that's the bearing all the way home. We've done no damage at all to that. I fail to see how we could damage that, how hard it actually is. You see the damage on the bearing there, that was already on before I started. The way the damage is, it won't actually cause it. Right, we're out that track. Just a slip fit into there. As long as it goes in straight. Right, that's all the way home. With some grease on the bearing. There's already grease in the bearing. Work it in, make sure it goes into all the rollers. It has got a grease point on this. There's a point there for the grease or heavy oil. In my centre's lubricated with oil, but this one was full of grease when I come to strip it. That's the bush we made for the rear of it. Some grease into there. Right, that feels quite nice. Assemble this here now. There's a little roller bearing went in there, and a couple of, I forget the name of them, Belleville washers, just to put a bit of prelude on the front bearing. Yep, Belleville washers, definitely. I guess I'm going to so this stands up nice and straight so I can work on it. The vice for the door protectors in, the best way of holding it. Right, so when I took this to bits, it was the 2 Belleville washers that came out last. So they go in first. Then there was a bearing ring that went in. And there was a ball race bearing. A hard steel washer. That was pressed down, and there's a circlip goes onto that. It could be awkward to get in, to get the circlip. Awkward to get the circlip in because there is a bit of prelude on with the 2 washers. Yeah. This has got all the makings of a disaster, this. All of them. Nearly there. That's it. Yep, the circlips well in. Great these plastic handle punches. That feels quite nice. Hopefully on there now. And that brass bush for the sort of use it's going to get put to, it's just slow speed stuff. There's a bit of grease in there, can't hurt anything. Right, that's the end cap. There's a front housing and an oil seal goes on there. There's plenty of grease in that bearing. It's just ordinary wheel bearing grease, nothing spectacular. Some of the crap out of there. Just a conventional rubber lip oil seal, but it's a double lip seal, so it keeps the grease in. It would also keep white water or soluble oil or chips out as well. Right, that's it back together. It feels very nice. Certainly no free playing now. It's hardly been overhauled, but it had a nice new bush made for the back of there, and I really enjoyed remachining the taper on there. That's probably the best part of the job. But it does feel nice. No play at all. And for what it's going to be doing, that'll work perfect for him. There was one thing I was wondering about, is why it's got a flat machined on there. And the reason it's got a flat machine on there is so it won't roll off a bench in a lie. Without the flat it would roll off and break your toes. Clever idea. So simple but clever. I've got a pair of front steering knuckles or uprights or bearing carriers, what do you want to call them, of a Ford Focus. These are a Mark 1 Ford Focus with a 45mm hole in there. What the lad wants me to do is bore the hole out to 50mm, but also put 2 degrees of negative camber into the hole. He's actually using these on a rally car. He's given us a one that's already been modified, but it's been broken off there, so I can use that to set up the angle plate on the milling machine to be able to bore that to the correct angle. I've actually got the one set up in the mill. I'll show how I've done that, and then we'll set one of these up and see if we can get the 50mm hole poked through there at the right angle. This is the one I've got set up. You see it's broken, there's a lug broken off here. I've ran the boring bar through it and it's put a nice finish on. Everything's cut nice and true. Unfortunately I didn't video setting this up, but what I can do, I can put the clock gauge in here and show you how I actually did set it up. This is the most important part of the setup, to get the angle plate right. I simply use a little clock gauge like that, a finger gauge. This is obviously going to read nothing because I've just machined it. and I moved the gauge down through the bore like that until I had no deflection at all, which meant that the angle of the original hub, which this is the original hub, that's now set running perpendicular straight up and down to the mill. Also set it on that side there so any tilt that way was alleviated, so it's straight up and down. We'll have to set that up again this time, but this angle here is now fixed. So basically I can take this off here, knowing that when I bolt the next one on, it's going to be at the right angle for that face there. That's to put his negative camber on. You can see the angle of the angle that angle plate's at there, to make sure this bore runs parallel. It's quite a substantial affair. It certainly isn't going to move anywhere. I'll take this one off and bolt on one of the ones I'm going to modify. So I want to make sure that the face is reasonably clean and flat. These are second hand uprights. We're going to blast them and paint them once we've finished modifying them. Right, this angle is now fixed, so when it goes through, it's going to cut that to the correct angle. All I need to do is set up that face there to make sure the casting's not twisted that way. So obviously it's going to move like that. I want to go up a little bit further because it's actually hitting on there. Right, we're getting very near now. Very near indeed. I think I'll settle for that. We'll tighten this up and then try it again. Right, that's pretty good. There's a split down through here. There's a pinch that goes through there to clamp onto the shocker. A bit of quarter tool skills and nice fit in there. I'm going to clamp that into there just so it's squeezed up tight so it doesn't vibrate too much when it's being machined. Hole's full of shite. Right, I'm just going to check up your centre once more. That's good, as good as it's going to get. I know this angle here is correct. This boring bar is set to the finished outlet because I did a trial bore through the other hub, so I can use this to line up so we get an even cut off each side, and most of the cut's taken out of the back where it's a lot stronger. Looks pretty good there. I actually know where the x-axis is because I used the DRO, so I know exactly where that point there is. Right, that's looking about the same each side. Put a coal on it to catch most of the chippings because this is malleable iron, it's not very nice stuff. It's cutting at the back at the top, right in the centre, so that's going to put negative camber on it. There's a lot to come out of this. You can actually see the taper, how it's taking more to the top than the bottom, which is going to put the negative camber on it. And this is what final cut. Putting all the way around now. Arms are absolutely aching with this. It's 50.1, 50. That's excellent, that's one done, one to go. So you can clearly see the difference in size, and you can see I've taken most of the material out of the back and left the strength in the front part. If you bore it straight out centrally, it will be too weak across here. Quite pleased with that, one more to do. This is, I think it's a nightcap 94, 95, I'm not sure, till I come to edit all the bits. We're getting very near to 100. Hard to believe I've done 100 of these, and quite a few of them have been two-part and one or two three-parts. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for the 100th episode. I'll have to try and do something spectacular. So if you've got any ideas or what you'd like us to include, drop us a line and I'll see what I can do. Once again, it's that time where I'd just like to say thank you to everybody for subscribing to my channel, watching my videos, and especially for all the nice comments that are still coming in for Deb, my wife. It really is very nice. Thanks.